to Smash Writing. Welcome to 2024.
Feels just like 2023. Just need a constant reminder of what the date is when I put it down on paper.
That's right. But new year, new us. We're back at it. Hope everybody enjoyed their holiday season. And this time around, we are now getting excited.
Excited is a very strong word.
I'm excited for 2024. It's my daughter's first birthday in 4 months. As for reviewing movies, new movies this year, this list was a bit of a struggle. As always, we're kicking it off with our top 10 films that I guess we want to see in 2024. Who wants to go first?
You can go first.
Okay, my number 10 is Gladiator 2. But this is not for a good reason. I want to say, first off, I love the first Gladiator. It's one of my top, 20 films of all time.
That's not true. That wasn't on your list.
Really?
No.
Okay, top 30. I mean, obviously that list is always forever changing, but I will still watch Gladiator.
No, that list is scientific.
What?
That top 13 of movies of all time list, that is scientific as it'll come. We went through decade by decade picking our favorite movies, and then we ranked our number ones. You can't get any more precise than that.
Okay, it's still in my top 30. It's still a movie that I enjoyed. I still thought it was a great movie. Say what you want to say about Russell Crowe. I think they started talking about Gladiator 2 almost instantly, but nothing ever came about because your character's dead. He died. He went with his
I
family.
can't stop people.
That is true. I don't like this film now, literally 23 years later. I think this is going to be a dumpster fire. So bad that that's why I want to watch it. Because I want them they're going to ruin it. Riley Scott, right? He's Ridley Scott. How many movies have we watched of him that we enjoyed?
Alien.
And Gladiator.
Oh, I didn't know. I only seen bits and pieces of Gladiator. I didn't go enough to watch it.
Well, because of all of that, I don't know. I think this is going to be a dumpster fire. And 2024 it almost seems like a weak year. You got some bright points, but not at least at this point. So, my number 10, Gladiator 2. But, like I said, I just think it's going to be a dumpster fire. I hope I'm wrong, because I love, Roman mythology, time frame periods of films. I really do. I love a lot of shows that's in that period. So I'm hoping for the best, but I'm preparing for the worst. But it's on my list because I think it's going to be a dumpster fire, and that is my number 10.
My number 10 is Madam Web because I didn't want it to be the beekeeper. That's about it. I hope that it's better than what the trailer made it seem to be.
I don't like the. I mean, you have the Sony Spider-Verse up there pretty strong this year.
Do I?
Madam Web
Oh yeah.
and Venom 3.
Yeah. But Venom's got to make a hard comeback from Venom 2.
You think it can though? I mean,
Yeah.
it's Sony,
Yeah.
which is kind of worried about my number one as well.
Yeah.
I seen half of the trailer for Madam Web, and
You watched half the trailer. It's like 2 minutes long. After a minute, I'm done.
I got to 59.59. I'm like, no, this is over.
No more.
I don't know. Maybe it's because, for me, I'm not a big fan of, side characters getting their own lead films, I guess.
Oh, I love side characters getting the minor. I wouldn't call them minor character maybe. I want to see more minor characters get movies. But yeah, but it is Sony.
Yeah.
Like I said, though, I couldn't put The Beekeeper.
The hell is the Beekeeper? What's
It's the
that?
Jason Statham movie. Or he like destroys corporations and steals from people. He's called The Beekeeper.
I probably would have put that on number 10.
Well,
Why?
it's not my fault you're not paying attention.
I'm saying, like, for you're there always talking about, like, the transporter.
Yeah. But he's coming off the Expendables 4.
That is true. this only gets tougher, guys. I don't.
Well, no, I would say it gets tougher from here. It gets easier from here.
Yeah, I guess. So this has piqued my interest from Disney. I know they do a lot of, they're remaking a lot of their films. My number 9 is Mufasa, The Lion King. I am kind of curious about. I mean, I know it's live action, kind of like how they did the Lion King, so it's a prequel to that. I'm just kind of curious of their intentions of now making prequels for these characters, because I think this is like the first prequel that they're doing with these characters.
Well, no. Cruella. Maleficent.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. That's. They're pretty much
But-
still riding that wave of giving the villains their own movies.
No, well, this is Mufasa is not the villain.
Plus, well, yeah, but he
That's
was
Scar.
Oh, that was Scar, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
shows how much I know about the Lion King.
Mufasa is Simba's dad.
Yeah, for some reason I thought it mixed up him and Scar.
No, yeah. Though, to be honest with you, that would probably be a better movie.
Scar?
Yeah.
Probably.
Like, I would probably go with Scar because what's there to really tell about Mufasa?
I think the Lion King's overrated. It's not that good.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. So, like, these first two of my films are piquing my interest because I just don't know how good they're going to be. You are basing it off of well-established films or franchises in this case, and to me, Mufasa never had a story arc. He had one purpose: to motivate Simba by him dying. He became king because he's the firstborn son. Scar was jealous. Like, Scar has more story arc because you want to see how their relationship
No,
goes.
I don't think any of them have a story arc. I think it's all played out in the first movie.
Yeah, you really don't need details. Scar is simply just jealous.
With Cruella, you get to see Cruella's rise to how she became this character. But what are you going to do with Mufasa?
Yeah, you know his outcome. Like, he's going to die. He doesn't once he becomes king. I mean, what?
Is there any point to watching how he became king? Does it actually matter that much?
Not really, because to my understanding, he's the firstborn son. He was given a throne by his dad. I mean, what are you going to do? Have him go to war to protect the kingdom?
Yeah, probably.
That's about it. The end. Roll credits, post-credit scene. He has a son.
And to be fair, if they did go to war, it would be the lionesses who went to war, not him.
That is true. But, like I said, this year is 2024 is thin right now, unless something pops up. But that's my number 9.
Well, I mean, there were two that were close, but I didn't really have much faith in them either. That would be Imaginary and Night Swim.
I don't really know too much to look in. I didn't look into them.
Well, you gotta pay attention.
Oh, here we
What
go.
are you doing with your time?
Working, being a father,
Well, that's
doing
nothing.
films,
That's nothing.
working on a children's book. All right, go with your number 9.
Ghostbusters, The Frozen Empire.
I'm surprised. I'm somewhat shocked that it's that far up though.
Yeah, but look at everything in front of it. Where would I put it?
Venom's after Venom 3.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it above the other two.
Nah, we're going.
Yeah, I enjoyed the first one. I was really hoping they'd just run with the new generation, the kids and Paul Rudd's character. But by looking at the trailer, we're bringing back the OGs too, so it'll be the combination of the two. I really didn't care about that at all. I got that the torch was passed off nicely.
I'm not going to say too much because it's on my list further down, but I will say, like, that's what kind of worries me.
Yeah.
Is that the Afterlife film was supposed to be the passing of the torch. Like, they brought back the original characters and developed a new team. And I think at the end of the day, that is what hurt the 2016 Ghostbusters film.
Well, I don't think they were in it long enough to hurt it.
Well, I meant like it wasn't the passing of the torch. It was, oh, we're going to throw in the cameos.
Yeah.
But they're not going to be the characters that you all love. No, they're just going to be like, oh.
Oh, yeah, that was the one with the women.
Yeah, so I think, and that's why they wanted the Afterlife, and I thought that was the passing of the torch moment. But it does seem like the old crew's going to be just as much as in action, and I'm kind of 50-50.
Yeah, it's kind of like Terminator Dark Fate. They were doing really good until they started implementing Arnold and Linda into it, and then it started dragging it down.
Like, see, I was kind of like okay with how Afterlife ended with like Ernie Hudson. I'm pretty sure that's his actual name, but
Yeah.
his character like leading the way, but kind of like being like the CEO of them rather than being a field agent type of thing. I was kind of okay with that because it's like, okay, but the focus point's going to be on the new team. But I don't know. I'll finish more about that when I get to mine. Anything else you want to add to Ghostbusters?
No, that's it.
There.
It's bear picking some of these.
My number 8 is, I guess from 8 and down, I'm a little bit more excited for, obviously. Sonic 3. We are growing to love this franchise. I think it's probably one of the top video game movie franchises out there that's really kicking ass right now.
Yeah, maybe like 1 or 2.
Yeah. I mean, the Mortal Kombat movie.
I'd put that in my top 5, maybe. No, not 1 or 2.
What would you want?
The animated Resident Evil movies.
See,
The animated Resident Evil movies are so good.
I don't know. I still like to stick with separating the live action.
Yeah, it's because you have no imagination.
Oh, here we go.
No soul.
But yeah, the first 2 films, are so rewatchable, so good. They found a way to take what seemed to be a video game that has absolutely no story.
You're talking the live action while talking about the Sonic movie.
Because it's considered live action.
It shouldn't be.
It has people in it. We can debate the guidelines all we want. That's not today's episode. But I don't know. Like I said, so far this franchise with this character has done nothing wrong.
Yeah, even the implementing Knuckles worked perfectly.
Yeah. Now, I know there's talks of them like having a Knuckles TV show on Paramount Plus, but nothing has come up about that yet.
No, it's Paramount Plus. They're talking about merging with Max, and that could be an episode right there.
Whatever saves me money.
It wouldn't save you money. They jacked up the price. They combined it and jacked up the price.
Well, right now I'm paying like $25 for both of them, so how much higher are we going to get? But I don't know. Like I said, they're not doing anything wrong for me not to get excited when I see this on the 2024 list. So long as they don't get in that like third film slump type of thing. Obviously, we know there's tons more characters in this universe, so I would love to see Sonic 4, 5, and keep it going as long as it's going good. So, but still, nevertheless, I'm super excited to see it. Can't wait to see it. And that's my number 8, Sonic 3.
My number 8, The First Omen. I didn't know this movie was coming until we looked it up. It's supposed to be, by sounds of it, is a prequel to The Omen. I really like The Omen.
Did you like the remake Omen?
Yeah, same movie.
true remake.
Yeah, they didn't really shake anything up. The
The
deaths were.
reimagination.
Well, no, it was the same flow. It's. I thought the deaths were better, but that's just because effects have grown since between the two movies. But we'll see how the prequel does.
The year of the prequels and sequels.
Yeah.
My number 7 is
Well, I mean, if you look at this, look at my list. There is only one of them that's not a prequel, sequel, or remake.
yeah, your number 3. No, no,
Mhm.
would that count?
That's a remake.
Ooh,
Madam Web is the only OG piece.
and that's probably gonna be the shittiest of the films.
What should be movie of the year? I hope it's movie of the year with how much shit Madam Web's getting online. Best superhero movie of all time. I'm calling it now.
In Sony, you trust?
No. I
My,
trust the actors and actresses in this movie.
what?
Yep. Best movie of the year. Calling it right now.
You're gonna lose your credibility.
I had any to begin with.
If you had any, you just lost it. My number 7, Joker 2. I don't know why, like, when the first Joker came out, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, it's the greatest movie and God's best gift since sliced bread, whatever. I don't know why it piqued my interest. Maybe because it's like it has nothing to do with the DCEU or DCU, whatever they're calling themselves these days. It's not tied to the Batman franchise. It's kind of just on its own little island. And seeing Robert De Niro getting shot in the head was pretty hilarious. I know they were touching on society's issues. What are they going to do in this film?
Make it a musical.
Probably not going to make $1 billion this year. So, good job.
I couldn't care less about the Joker. I watched bits and pieces of the first Joker. I don't care about the Joker as a character. You didn't even need him to be in this movie to make this movie.
Positive. Justin is so positive today.
Hey, I'm out here calling Madam Web, predicting that as the number 1 movie of the year. You can't get more positive than that.
I guess not. But I don't know. Like it piqued my interest.
Let's face it, I'm really looking forward to Reacher Season 3. I should have put that as number 1.
Well, we were doing movies, so we didn't talk about TV shows.
Like I haven't broken the rule before.
We have to establish boundaries so we can organize this shit better.
I got
Jesus.
Kenny Omega on the WWE Mount Rushmore.
Oh God. Okay.
Back on track. Joker 2.
Joker 2. Yeah, I kind of want to give it a shot to see what they do. If it's going to fall on its face, probably. But yeah, Joker 2. Your 7 and my 6 lines up, so we'll talk about that. So,
Oh, the Saw movie.
well, nice way to introduce the piece.
Yes.
God,
Saw 11.
Saw 11. So,
At this point, while we're filming this, you should have watched this movie already. So I'm going to fill in the blanks for you. Be like, that was a great fucking movie, wasn't it?
pause, and then like, yeah, different shirt on. So yeah, when I watched Saw 10 the other night, here's the thing. So I'll start real quick, because obviously you did see Saw 10. I'm going to take your word that Saw 10 is one of the
Return
best.
to fame.
Return to fame. I'm taking your credit because I'm believing you on this one because the best parts of Saw was Jigsaw himself.
Yeah,
And you can tell, like, the first Saw was really good. Second one was there. The third one was like, when they killed him off, you're like, what are you doing? And then from that point on, the sequels just kind of went down their own road and kind of ruined
I
everything.
didn't go down a road. They went off a cliff.
They went off the cliff, down into a river, and drowned.
And they missed the river. They just belly flopped off the side of the river.
In any case, when this film came out, and when this film was announced, Saw 10, that is, it did pique my interest. I just didn't honestly get time to go see it. You did.
Yep.
And you're giving it, out of 10 films, you're putting it in the top 2? Top 3?
Looking forward to? Or of the year?
The Saw 10, because I'm going to base why my decision put Saw 11 on here.
Oh, Saw 10 is the top 2 within the Saw movies.
So, to me, with that being said, that is very high praise to a franchise. Because I think everybody says, like, Saw 1 was the best. From this point, I have to say Saw 1 is the best until I see
I
10.
see a lot of people put Saw 2 as the best. But now they're putting Saw 10 in its place.
So, with giving this franchise a revival and giving it such high praise for last year's film, this film has piqued my interest because of all the positive surrounding Saw 10.
Yeah.
Can that now carry over to another sequel? And I'm going to give high hopes because Saw 11 is riding, a new standard now.
Yeah.
So I am curious to see it. You can go on with your decision of.
I'm looking forward to it because like Saw 10 did really revitalize this franchise. They can lose it really quickly though. Saw 11 is going to be real important in how they deliver and how they handle the one character. I'm not going to say it because he hasn't watched it yet. So it all depends on how they handle the one character. But I'm glad to see Jigsaw back. I'm really glad to see Amanda back. And watching this, it was like they just slipped on these characters like it was nothing for them. And it was tremendous to see him at work again. Marcus might come back more for Saw 11. I'm not sure.
Okay.
It'll be interesting. But yeah.
And I think like right now, there's not many details except that, they announce it on Twitter or formally as whatever they're calling it now. That
It's Twitter.
Twitter still.
Call it
Okay.
Twitter.
Twitter. Okay, I'm sticking with Twitter. The Twitter page for Saw announced that this was coming. That's pretty much all the details that we have at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, his 7, my 6, Saw 11. My number 5. Still one of a good movie to watch was Twister.
Twister.
Which I'm surprised, as much as Justin liked it, that he never put it on our recording list yet. So you might want to do that.
Fine, it's on the next recording list.
Oh my God! Look, we're already planning for April and March and April. There we go. No, I really enjoyed Twister. I think that movie wanted, because I think you said this too, and it was so true, that Twister probably inspired so many storm chasers.
I wanted to be one. If I lived in the South, we would not be having this conversation.
So
I'd have been dead because I've been thrown by the tornado.
Tornado Valley, baby. To do a sequel, what, 25, 20, no, what,
I don't
28 years
know.
later. I think it's probably going to be good,
Yes.
but it's not going to probably touch the first film.
Only one way to find out.
Only one way to find out. That's exactly right. That is why it's my number 5. I am going to go see it. It's just in looking up the statistics or
No.
the stats. What are you doing?
28 years.
28 years. So after 28 years, we get a sequel. God, that's almost like waiting for Ghostbusters. No, but obviously you can only go based off of how good the first film was. That's all we have. Now it's with an S, so we'll see how the sequel goes. But I'm interested. That's why it's my number 5. Your number 6.
Yep.
Ugh.
Venom 3. I really liked Venom. I like what they did with them in the first movie. They could have done better in Carnage movie. Him not liking Conan because he was the red one made no
That's
sense.
the red one.
Oh, it's a red one. Like, what the fuck do you mean? God, that pisses me off still.
Woody Harrelson as Carnage.
Yeah,
Why?
I don't know.
Why? Of all the people, like this is why like Sony like
Going PG-13 with Carnage was dumb. Yeah, Venom, like, it's a red one. What? Why?
see this is why Sony doesn't let you have high hopes for like their sequels. This is what makes me nervous about Ghostbusters.
Yeah, Venom, the first one was really good.
Yes.
You got
Yes.
a lot of praise, and then Venom 2 happened. Like, the chemistry between Venom and Brock is a lot of fun to watch. That is the main reason why it's here. Venom and Brock, that's hilarious. Odd couple, it's great. That's about all the hope I got for them.
There's-
I'm coming to watch Tom Hardy talk to himself.
Pretty much. It's pretty much what we got. My number 4, my number 4 is Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. So, I fell in love with the Planet of the Apes franchise because of this prequel series.
I thought it was because of the Tim Burton movie.
With Mark Wahlberg. No.
Yeah.
No. I watched that one first, yes, but no, that was not why I got into this franchise.
Was that Burton who made that?
Yeah,
I think it was.
Yeah, it's only his style with how they changed everything. When the first one came out, Rise of the Planet of the Apes, they gave it such a more grounded tone. And then you got to see it evolve. The crazy thing is, like, every film in this series so far has had like almost like a different director, a different cast, and it just keeps getting better.
Well, the guy who plays the monkey has been the same, right?
Andy Serkis.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been saying, but he's not in this one because Caesar's no longer in this one. Now there is now a official time jump because we've seen, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. We've seen the war partially. We know that the apes have won the war, and now we're seeing the period where they're establishing the colonies. They're starting their own society, so we're still not at the very original film. We're still, probably like 100 years away. But this series has done everything right to the point where it got me into the Planet of the Apes, where I went and bought the original series, and I was confused at first. And I'm like, oh, this is a new series. This is not prequels. They're rebooting it. No, it made me do my research. Like, no, this is a prequel series that's going to lead up to Planet of the Apes in all due time. You're just seeing the events that take place because in the original film, the astronauts go up, they get lost in a time warp issue, and they come back, and they don't think it's Earth. Now you're seeing all those events, to where even the Rise of the Planet of the Apes hinted at that when it named the space shuttle with the crew saying goodbye on the news and going up to space. So they're up there, away from all of this in the time warp. Obviously, there's been a gap, the writer's strike and COVID, and so forth, that why this film wasn't out sooner. But looking forward to this fourth film to see if they can keep the streak alive of being a good movie. So my number 4, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
I've never watched the Planet of the Apes movie.
Not out of like the 15 that are out, not one time.
I saw bits of the Burton one. Like I saw the was that the Ape Lincoln thing?
Yeah.
That was weird.
That one, so it's not like I hate it. It's just when I got into the franchise and I saw what the franchise real direction was and I watched that one, it just went off on its own and it didn't stay with all the other films.
Fisher's remake versus original. That.
Yeah, that could be one down the road. Because I would love to go into details of the difference. But yeah, my number 4, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Well, that's because Sonic 3, just copy paste everything he said. We already talked about it. Next.
Why don't you edit the video that way too? We go copy paste. Next. My.
Well, we already talked about Sonic 3. I'm very
Well,
excited.
you're 4.
We are going to have Shadow the Hedgehog entering into the fray. I'm very interested in that because I have never been a Shadow fan. But this movie's brought so much grace and goodwill that I'm like, all right, let's see what you can
Give
do
it
with
a
him.
try.
Will he have his gun? And he better have his gun.
Ooh. I think they will.
That's what Sonic movies need. A hedgehog with a gun.
It only gets better, guys.
And before Sonic can become the werewolf. The werehog.
What?
Yeah, you didn't know that? Sonic is a werewolf in one of the games.
I stopped playing after Sonic 3. So, well, your 4 and my 3 are the same.
Yeah.
So let's go with it.
3. 1, 2, 3.
Deadpool
Deadpool 3.
Yes. God, you want to talk about a film that we were waiting for. Second film, what, came out 2018?
Yeah, something like that.
It seems like forever that we got, the Deadpool film. We loved it. Oh, God. We loved it. We got Deadpool 2. We're like, okay, we're still staying strong. And then Disney bought Fox and this and that.
People started losing their goddamn minds. It's gonna be PG-13 garbage, and they're out there like, no, it'll be R. It's gonna be PG-13.
And then, then you had, COVID. Once again, the production on this, everything was halted. The writing at that point it was still in writing mode, I think. And then, you had Ryan Reynolds trying to recruit Hugh Jackman to come back one last time as Wolverine and all these storylines for this film. And we're finally getting it. We're getting...
Hugh Jackman is Wolverine.
And I know, we're not fans of everything leaking. I know Ryan Reynolds posted, but to have Hugh Jackman in the Wolverine suit...
Yeah.
The real suit. After all, you're going back to 2000 and fans were craving for Hugh Jackman to put on their suit. You got a glimpse of it in the Wolverine, but even then, that was an alter. That was more of the...
And people are still complaining about it. It's not exactly like the comics. The blue streaks should be here and not...
Okay, when you're talking about fucking characters off of cartoons and comics, of course they're not going to look the same. Get real.
It's yellow and blue, and the shrieks are almost exactly the same. Calm down.
But how can you not be excited for this film? Deadpool 3. That's why it's my number 3. Any more you want to add to the excitement?
I'm looking for. I hope they bring back Negasonic Teenage Warhead too. And
Are they?
I hope. I don't know.
Was she in the second one? Yeah, she was in the second one.
Yeah, I hope they bring back
Colossal?
Colossus.
Colossal.
Colossus?
I feel like it's Colossus.
Yeah. I hope he comes back. He's a lot of fun.
You gotta have his team back.
Yeah.
That's. We know who probably won't be in it. JT. Or is he? Nah, Disney wouldn't do that.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, Disney. They may be giving us still a send-off of R-rated, but I don't think they're going to put him in the film. Hey, that's what happens when you ruin your career.
Well, you're gonna at least have a cabbie. I think they said the cabbie's coming back.
Yeah, so, going back to... Give us Deadpool 3. Can't wait. I'm actually extremely excited for this film. I have high hopes. I can't wait the jokes that are going to be involved with the budget and Disney and all of that because they're ripping Fox and all of that. Anything else you want to add?
Oh, I'm really looking forward to the back and forth between Reynolds and Jackman.
Yeah, because they have such a great friendship in real life too. can just all the Twitter crap is just going to go right on there. It's going to be fun. Go with your
I just love the announcement that Jackman was coming back. It was from Reynolds, and you just see Hugh walking behind him and going up the steps. He's like, "You want to be in Deadpool 3?" And you just hear him go, "Oh, fine, whatever."
Yeah. But go with your number 3, since that was technically my number 3 as well.
Nosferatu. When we started doing classical movie reviews, Nosferatu was the first one we did. So it's going to be real interesting now, all these, what, a year, 2.5, almost 2 years later, we're going to see the remake. Problem one, that movie's going on, what, 90 years old? If there's a movie to be remade, there you go.
That's a good time gap. I mean,
Yeah. That one's saying it's too soon for Nosferatu here.
not soon enough, damn it.
That's perfect timing in a way, too, because you're going to get Bill Skarsgård. And if he could do what he did with Pennywise with Nosferatu, this is going to be amazing.
Oh yeah, he has that face for horror. Like,
Yeah.
he can lead the next generation of horror, like into just his face alone. I don't even remember us doing that film, but I know like when I heard about it and I remember the characters and the film, it made me excited. I didn't know that was 100% confirmed this year or not.
Yeah, I mean, there was I'm hopeful. It's set for Christmas release. And that's thrilling.
Well, I don't know. I think my daughter will be ready to go to her first movie by then.
Yeah, 1922. So that's what? 102 years old next year?
Yep. So a good time for a remake. Can't blame Hollywood waiting that long. So good job. My number 2. The Godzilla and Kong: The New Empire.
Why? I hate how they worded that.
I do too.
Godzilla X Kong.
Yeah. When Godzilla vs. Kong came out, it seemed like there was rumors that like they were going to obviously continue the Titan universe or Monster Universe or Monarch, whatever their universe that they were going with, and it kind of seemed like that everybody got what they want. We all got to see Mecha Godzilla. We got to see Kong and Godzilla duke it out a little bit. Were kind of even though Godzilla got the last winning battle. They teamed up. Godzilla, obviously everybody wanted to know what happened to Godzilla after this epic fight. Well, he does what he always does. He goes and hibernates and recovers. Kong, on the other hand, probably could have had this. Honestly, probably could have been more of a Kong movie.
I wouldn't be surprised if it still is a Kong movie and Godzilla doesn't show up till the end.
Yeah, they were both featured heavy in the trailer, but I'm probably in agreement with you because we know that the Scar King is a orangutan, so we know it's going to be in Middle Earth or whatever it's called, which is not Godzilla's domain. He is on the surface because he keeps all the Titans from interfering with the human activity. So I think, to be honest with you, I almost would like that idea of him just popping up, doing his thing, and that's it. Make this probably a true Kong sequel because Godzilla has had his moments with his solo film, and the way they took the story arc, there's nothing left for Godzilla to do except to come in, wreck shit, and go back to sleep.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all people want from Godzilla.
Yeah. Kong has, a good story going here because now that he's in Middle Earth and, he's creating his society there and then somebody wants to rise up and go against him that could equal him in every tit for tat. I like it. Now, I know online people have been talking about like why Godzilla's radiation coloring is different. And I gotta tell you, I think there's 2 real reasons. One, because the blue is getting stale for selling toys. You gotta do something different. And I do think, but in verse, it's explained that the color of radiation, pink is stronger than blue. So you might get like a Godzilla on like steroids constantly right now or something like that. So I'm looking for the change. I hope they do explain the change. Just leave us hanging. But like I said, I do think it's going to be more of a Kong movie rather than Kong and Godzilla. He might show up for the glorified cameo and do things like that. And I remember seeing the meme. A lot of people was posting that they didn't like how Godzilla was like running fast in the trailer. And they're like, Godzilla's not that flexible. And then somebody posted a video from one of the original Godzilla films over in Japan of him like floating.
Him doing the flying drop kick?
Yeah. You're like, no, he's yeah. So
Godzilla can move when he wants to. That's
but he does it in short spurts so
he busts out that flying drop kick.
oh my god, if he does that in this film, people are going to die. Because that's going to be hilarious. But overall...
Does he do a Kenny Omega V-trigger? Running knee straight to the face.
But overall, I do like both this Kong and this monster universe that they built. So I'm definitely looking forward to Godzilla and Kong, The New Empire.
I haven't really cared about this world.
I know, you still like the 1998,
baby.
Yes. Yes, that's going to be another remake versus original. I'm already prepared for
Another triple threat.
Another triple threat. Alright, go with your number 2.
My number 2 is Alien Romulus. This is close to number 1. Holy shit, the battery's dying. No. Alien Romulus, Fede Alvarez is fantastic. He did wonderful on
Is this
the
live
Evil
action?
Dead. Yes.
Okay.
He did wonderful on the Evil Dead remake. I'm so looking forward to his version of Alien. Please be better than the shit we've been getting. Holy crap. The gem of the Alien world in the last 20 years is what? Alien versus Predator.
Mm-hmm.
Alien needs some rehab. Hopefully this will be the jolt it needs.
I am Prey Predator.
Yeah.
I forgot, yeah. Yeah. So our number ones we kind of touched upon throughout it, so we'll make it short and sweet. Ghostbusters is my number 1. The Frozen Empire. The Afterlife was good. Yeah, I thought that film was the passing of the torch, and in fact you have 2 teams now. After this, they better not. I think if they don't do something with the old team and have them retire, it's going to hurt the idea of this being the 3rd film in this series, because then people are going to lose faith or still want like a 95-year-old Bill Murray playing Ghostbusters. But if they're at least Afterlife gave us hope that this could be really good. I do like the new team. I do love Paul Rudd. I'm excited for this film because of what we got in Afterlife.
Yeah.
That's my number 1.
My number 1, I don't care if it is a dumpster fire. Twisters is going to be amazing. I loved the first movie. The first movie was fantastic. I don't know how close together these two are going to be. I don't care. I want to see more tornadoes.
And it's never
number
too.
1.
And Justin's never too old to still try to be his dream of being a storm chaser.
Damn straight.
This might refuel his desire.
I will become the extreme.
Pittsburgh storm chaser. Here comes the light hail.
Yeah, this is not the area to do storm chasing in.
Those are the films that we are looking forward to.
Hopefully there's going to be some surprises this year because, yeah, this is not...
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Until next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.